Turn these lights down just a hair. That's a little bit intense.
Ever since you guys sent me that video of the tornado or the picture, Melanie and Jason,
Yeah.
my entire TikTok feed has been nothing but tornadoes.
Royce said the same thing.
What?
All they're getting on TikTok now is like tornado footage. Sorry. Is it from Andover, Kansas?
You're welcome.
It's labeled Kansas, and there were some gnarly ones.
Yep.
It was pretty crazy. Actually, I got an update from a friend who lives in Wichita this morning. 1,100 structures damaged or destroyed, including one of the schools and the YMCA down there, and but they've had 2 critical injuries, but no deaths, which is basically a miracle because that was pretty crazy. And not something I want to repeat anytime soon.
All right, looks like we're going to be ready to go right here at 3:20. We are live on YouTube right now, everyone, so assume that. And if I could get someone to type in the Telegram chat if they can hear my voice, I would appreciate it.
On YouTube, it does say live in 78 minutes.
Yeah.
78
Wait,
minutes.
it's 78 now?
It's the wrong time zone.
20.
A few minutes ago, it was like 65. Why is it going up?
What the hell?
Did you pick 420 for a reason, Tom?
Look at that.
There we go. It's live now.
Did you switch time
Yeah,
zones?
now it's good. All right. Let's get the comments going here.
Audio is hot on YouTube.
How about Telegram? Can you guys hear my voice on Telegram? Yeah, I can
Say
hear
something again.
Testing 1 2 3 1 2 1 2. Yeah, we're live on Telegram.
You sound good on Telegram.
All right, I'm going to pull everybody off screen here and get this business started. You know how it all goes. You've been here before. Bring you off screen. Right, I'm going to pull everybody off screen here. And Jamie, I see you in the background there. Jamie, if you could, you know what? I'll take care of it. But put your name, your project name after your own name. So I'll pull you guys off. We'll do a start, and then since I'm kind of mobile, I'm not that queued up on the script. So if Wes, you could take over the intro after I do my feel-good speech, that would be good.
Sure.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Season 6, Round 1 of the DBT Buy and Burn AMA session. Today we have some old friends with us, and we have a new project as well. My name's Tom, otherwise known as Striking, and I am going to bring on the rest of the group. Oh, I've already brought Wes and Disco on. Wes, Disco, welcome to a beautiful Sunday afternoon somewhere between Nashville and St. Louis, where I am now.
So the middle of nowhere.
Exactly. So my coverage is not so great here. So Wes, if you could take over the hosting duties, I would appreciate it.
Sure thing. Well, welcome to Season 6, everybody. Yesterday, we had the completion of the All-Star season. Congratulations to Rebel Traders Token on taking the Buy and Burn win. They had over 1,200 votes, so congratulations to Rebel Matt and Ray and the Rebel Traders team. But today, May 1st, it's a new month, so we have another season kicking off. We're excited to introduce 3 new contestants. Today, we have Anonydoxx, a branch token, and the familiar whale exploder. So yeah, this is the best part. We get to learn about these new projects. And how are you feeling, Disco? What do you think about this season?
I am feeling great. It is nice to get back into the competition. The All-Stars are behind us. While it was a fun month, I'm ready. I'm ready for the excitement to come back, where we have new communities coming in, checking out DBT. I'm just ready for everything to go back to normal.
Yep, same here.
Yep.
All right, so typically we kick off the AMAs in alphabetical order. So first up, we'll have Anonydoxx. So yeah, let's get this thing going.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be bringing everyone up. Like I said, because I'm mobile, if someone is supposed to be on screen, just wait it out and my connection will reconnect and I'll have you up there soon enough. So with that, I bring up Jonah from Anonydoxx. And do you have someone else with you here today, Jonah?
I'm sorry?
Do you have someone else with you here today?
No, just myself.
All righty. Well, tell us, previously you've appeared in the Space Lounge for an AMA, and it was before your launch. And what we always like to see here in the DBT thing is a couple of things. First, tell our viewers, not just our live viewers, but our replay viewers, when we post this on YouTube, about your project and the basics behind it and all the little details you want. But also, we want to know how you're going to scheme and undercut the other players in order to win the first round of the DBT Buy and Burn. So with that, we'll leave it to you. We'll come on screen as necessary, and we'll bring questions to you that the audience has posed, or ones that Disco and Wes have dreamed up to see how you're going to win the round 1.
Awesome. Well, again, I'm Jonah Berglund. I am here representing Anonydoxx and my alma mater, the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. So thanks for having me here. Really excited to talk about my project, just like usual. So at Anonydoxx, we're planning to change the world, and we're doing that by merging corporate structures with DeFi as a whole. So what the first protocol really is focused on is taking KYC to the next level, 1 for DeFi and again 2 for corporations. So what we're doing that's a little bit different is we're not just looking at an ID and calling it a day and assuming that's who the person is. We are looking at an ID, employing our proprietary facial recognition software in a photo, then we're applying it in a video format as well. And we are asking people questions to figure out exactly who they are. And then we have rules of governance for any token that verifies through us. So we've got a few competitive advantages. One is that we are definitely the least expensive option in the market. I think the average cost of KYC is over $1,000 for a team right now. We can do it for a couple of hundred. We are attached to a token, and then our process is made to be incredibly seamless and easy to go through. So with that, Anonydoxx also owns 2 other companies that have existed for a few years now, or actually 3 other companies. 2 of them have IP assets as well. In HireVise.com, which is an applicant tracking system made for recruiting, and Pavi AI, which is basically our facial recognition software. It's the backbone of what we do as a whole. So we're taking all of this and we're building it out for DeFi, and then we're using a corporate structure like a simplified sign-on. If any of you work for major companies, you've seen it before. So we're going to be able to take companies all the way through an end-to-end hiring process. And this becomes especially effective if you can make it cost effective. That is, it becomes incredibly effective for companies who are now using remote support positions. So as a result of COVID, somebody who's getting $15 an hour can work from home at this point, and that was unheard of a few years ago, in most companies at least. People going global, tech companies who want to hire quickly and vet massive amounts of talent. We have plans to remove hiring bias long term, and I think that's where we're going to change the way things work in the world. So application of video AI right now is really, especially within hiring, is focused on what you're wearing, keywords that you say, and then a little bit of tone and demeanor, whereas our AI is really focused on the more human elements of hiring. And that is, again, tone and demeanor. It is your confidence. It's your transferable skills, your leadership capabilities. As you go through this video, we're geared to see it. So that's where we feel like we make a huge difference in how we have a rating system. But as of right now, Anonydoxx is listed as a token that you can go out and buy. I don't know if I continue to monologue here or if I pause. So a little guidance from you, Wes.
Sure thing. 1 second. Yeah. And so it sounds like a really, really cool project. Definitely have a few questions here. The first question I have is, so can you take us through like the end-to-end process of the KYC? Like how would one apply, and then what type of process do they have to go through to be fully KYC'd?
Yeah, that's actually a good question. I probably should have started there. So our DApp is coming out probably within the next couple of days here. It still needs to be audited by a security company, but effectively you have to hold 1 BNB worth of Anonydoxx ADXX token to access the DApp. And then you go through and you're going to fill out personal vital information. It's going to be your name, address, date of birth, all that fun stuff that you'd fill out for an employer, mother's maiden name, all that, the good stuff, right? After that, you're going to upload a picture of your ID. It has to be a government issued ID. It can be a passport. It could be driver's license, something local, whatever it may be. And beyond that, you're going to be taken to a screen that's going to take a picture of you. So this picture and your ID combine to give us a baseline of who you are. So we on our end get an immediate match. And as long as you're 80% over, 80% likely to be, who you say you are or over, you get an automatic pass at that point. And when it passes, we're going to move you on to a third-party background check provider. And they are going to run a full background check on you. So we can provide background checks in 230 different countries immediately. We're already actually doing it, just not in the DApp format. And then if you pass that background check, you're going to have 12 hours to get on camera and explain your project and talk about it. So you're going to have imagine if there were little prompts below like kind of at my chest level, like right here. So imagine there were prompts there. You're just going through and you're answering these questions. So while you're answering those questions, we're actually monitoring, again, that you are who you say you are. So it's matching up to that baseline photo that we now have. And we're monitoring, again, your confidence, your tone, whether or not anything seems suspicious as well. And part of that video, you're actually going to go through and re-answer some of the questions that you did at the beginning. So like, what is your mother's maiden name? What's your current address? How long have you lived there? All that fun stuff. So assuming all of that works, then we issue you a blockchain ID and you're verified, you're vetted, you're passed.
Awesome. Oh, I love it. That's a really cool service. Obviously we're really into the technology. We're blockchain heads. Let's take it a step back and kind of talk about KYC. Obviously it stands for know your customer. It's an important thing in crypto. Do you want to talk about why it's important and why you guys are a game changer for the crypto industry?
Yeah. So to just start with DeFi in general, you look at these major KYC companies and what they're trying to provide to the market. And we found that people are using fake IDs or putting a picture over their ID to become whoever they want to go to. Two, and more importantly, just because you know who someone is doesn't mean you can hold them accountable for their actions. So you look at things going on with, like, let's say Pink Sale, for example. They have their own KYC process they go through. People rug Pink Sale all the time. They can't even release the information. They don't even tell you who these people are. So what's the point of KYC if they steal from me and you still can't tell me who they are as a whole? So our process isn't just verifying that they are who they say they are. It's that they have a clean history. You know, they haven't been a part of human trafficking. I know that was a hot button for DYOR in a certain capacity, or you know, they haven't stolen from people, they haven't committed financial crimes in the past, those things that justify them being able to hold people's money, because that's what we're doing. So that's our gap in the KYC market. And also, I mean, there are people charging $4,000 to verify teams, and all they're doing is collecting one ID. So the market's kind of gotten unbalanced in that, you know, people aren't actually doing enough to warrant a $3,000 investment when you go through their KYC process, in my opinion.
Sure. Well, that's an excellent answer. Excellent answer. You have any questions, Disco? Anything you want to ask him specifically? You're muted, by the way.
Oh, I am muted. Sorry about that. No, it's a great concept. You know, I completely agree, because, you know, these KYCs, I mean, you got people buying fake LinkedIn accounts. You got them doing all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's a nice, refreshing change to see somebody actually doing the proper job.
Especially, you only have to hold one BNB of the token. I mean, that's pretty awesome. It's about as cheap as it gets, especially in this market right now.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Now, you do pay, you know, third-party background provider fees. You pay that directly to them. There's no markup from us, and usually that's somewhere between $60 and $80. So that's what you end up coming out of pocket, is usually $110 total, because after the process, you can just sell the token.
That's awesome. All right. Well, welcome to the Disco Burn Token competition. You have anything, Tom?
Yeah, I wanted to ask, how does the process for people getting KYC'd and providing that service to everybody translate into value in your token?
Well, one, I tried to skate right. I'm trying not to skate regulations by talking about token price, but it's volume based, right? So the more people that go through the process, the more adoption of our store of value there is. So that's when you're going to see more projects. You're going to have access to better vetted projects as part of the DApp. You have to hold one BNB to actually see the projects going through our vault verification as well. So you get access to more things. I can't speculate on token price, but it is made to raise adoption. We're also the first KYC company that's using a token as a medium of exchange. And I think that's really, really important to talk about in supporting DeFi and growing within DeFi. I can tell you that from a corporate structuring standpoint, some of our profits are actually being put back into the token itself. So there are going to be times where we buy the token. There's going to be times where we just add liquidity to continue to stabilize the activities behind the token. So there's a lot that goes into that question. I think as we expand our ecosystem to where we're trying to remove hiring bias and build this DApp back into Pavi and then build it back into higher vibes as well, there's going to be a really good institutional use case for our products.
Good.
Now that sounds like a really cool feature. So if you hold one BNB of the token, you can actually see the projects that are going through the KYC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So as
That's
part
awesome.
of it, since we're so low cost, we ask that these projects going through provide whitelist spots to our holders, so that everybody has, you know, the best possible access to it. We want to support the community as a whole who's supporting us in the process.
Awesome. Sounds good.
All right, Disco, anything else for Anonydoxx?
That is it for now. We'll have to save some more of the good questions for if they make it to the finals AMA.
Let's see. Let's just take a quick check of the comments here and see. Oh, as usual, we have We have Peter from Wax dominating the comments section here. And yeah, see, producer boy.
Mhm.
All right, well, thanks, Jonah. And with that, we're going to bring up the next contestant on The Price is Right here. But we have, it's just listed as Branch with Jamie and our good friend Diamond Hands Dallas coming on here. And if you just give me a second, guys, turn your cameras on, and I'll be right with you.
I would, but mine's not connecting to my computer right now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the DBT Round 1 AMAs here. Some familiar faces again, once again here. Diamond Hands, welcome back. And Jamie, nice to meet you. I don't think I've met you in the past here before, but Wes, you want to introduce Branch for us there?
Yeah. Branch actually has a really cool utility. It's very similar to DBT. So why don't you guys talk about your project? Talk about the competition, the similarities with DBT. Let's hear it.
For sure. So yes, first off, thanks for having us. My name's Dan, and Jamie's here with me. I think we've got a couple other guys in the background. But yeah, it's really interesting. We're a very similar project to you guys. You guys are a little bit more of I'd say like a game show, which I think is fucking awesome. I love being here. But we basically are a crowdfunding application for other crypto projects. So we kind of come in after the launchpad phase. The projects are already live and trading. And then the taxes that we have a governance token as well. So the taxes that are pulled from the token from daily trading volume are collected into a wallet that our community then, they connect their wallet, they prove that they're holding Branch. The minimum amount is like $15 in Branch. And then depending how much Branch, you get more voting credits, and you place your votes on the projects that are listed on our DApp. And then at the end of the month, one of those wins all of the money that's been collected in the crowdfunding pool. We buy the token over the exchange and then airdrop it to our holders. So for our community, their wallet grows, with every round. And for the contestant that wins, they get a ton of new holders from our community, and obviously a big influx of volume into their project. So it's really similar to you guys. We do AMAs and stuff like that, and we do things to help market and promote the projects so that they have a voice and they get to be heard, and to our community and to the other communities. So it's pretty interesting, because sometimes like other projects will be like, hey, like I'm on this project, I was in the AMA, I heard this other project, now I want to buy into it. So that's pretty cool. We were live and we are now relaunching on Kronos. We went live on BSC. The space is just really crowded. It's not that like we don't like it or anything, but Kronos seems to be a really cool, fresh new place for something like this, especially for tokens more so with utility. And because it's EVM, we can do cross chain, and we can still have projects on our platform that are on BSC and other things like that. But it kind of sets us apart being on the Kronos network. So that's kind of the gist of it. It's very similar to you guys. We definitely have some differences as well. We've got plans for NFTs as well to kind of increase the voting. So like people can buy and hold NFTs that count as votes. So it's not just based off the token. And we have plans for some live events and stuff. I have a background in music and entertainment, so we're definitely going to emphasize in that. But yeah, that's kind of in a nutshell. And let me know what you guys think.
I think it's awesome. That's really cool. I have the DApp pulled up on the screen. Do you want to talk about the DApp at all? It's pretty
Sure.
nice. It seems, yeah.
Yeah, so we've got a pretty robust team. Bitmotive is in-house with us. They do a lot of app creation. They're actually making Donald Trump's, I think it's called the Truth Social app right now. They have a pretty big portfolio. I share a warehouse with them. The owner of the company is a partner of mine in another venture. So we have direct access to our dev team, which is really awesome. Our app's constantly evolving and changing. It's actually going through another facelift right now that should be deployed this week. Like I said, so the projects that are listed on that are going to be the projects that are in our next round. We are going to be migrating to Kronos. So we're kind of set back by about 2 weeks to a month, full transparency. So Don't expect to see too much action on the D app from now until then, except for some GUI changes and stuff like that. But yeah, the app's pretty simple to use. You connect your wallet. It does work and everything right now. You could literally test it if you have branch. I'm not sure it will work for you. But you connect your wallet. We prove how much branch you're holding. And then in terms of getting the rewards, as long as you hold branch for the entirety of the period of the crowdfunding, so like for the whole month, then you receive the reward in airdrops. If you come in and just buy branch just to place your votes and then sell it, that's totally allowed too. If you want to just support your project and get out, but you don't receive the rewards airdrop, that's left for the community members that hold and support. So that's kind of, sorry, I'm pulling into a parking garage. I really hope I don't lose you guys. I'm just getting to my apartment.
No, it sounds good.
Yeah,
it sounds good.
That's the D app.
So yeah, so basically, I guess that's the key difference between DBT and branch. So we throw the burn party for the winner. You guys actually airdrop your community. Is that how that works?
Correct. That's one of the biggest. I mean, that's like really the quintessential difference is that we airdrop to our holders. So for us and for our community, it's almost kind of like an investment fund or like an investment club, or so to speak, because they're growing their portfolio as well by holding branch. Relative percentage of branch you hold. So if you hold 0.5% of the total airdrop, and as this grows, and as more and more people are buying and selling branch to place their votes, and as the projects that we list are getting bigger and bigger with larger communities, that crowdfunding pool gets larger, of course. So if we're getting to the point where we're doing 100 or 200K in crowdfunding, if you have 1% of that supply, let's say 1% of the total branch supply, you're getting 1% of that 200K in a new token that's launching. I mean, that's got some serious growth potential, especially if you're going to get 12 of those over the course of a year just from holding. So there's kind of this whole diversify and grow your wealth. It's one of like the monikers that we've kind of taken, for the branding.
Awesome. We actually have a question on YouTube from Allie. She asks, how much does it cost to enter a project into the contest?
Free. That's the cool part. We don't charge for listings. We do plan. So like in terms of, we are a business. We look at ourselves as a crowdfunding platform. We're a business. The token is how is our fundraising mechanism. So we're going to be monetizing by charging for ad space on the D app, for doing featured listings and things like that do set some people aside. But it's free to list. You have to pass our KYC and our vetting, which is really cool, because I was listening to Anonydoxx and I'm like, oh shit, that would be awesome to have implemented into our system, because we want to make sure that the projects that we're about to give a ton of money to aren't going to rug after we give them 100, 200K. And we want our community to get solid projects. Like that's why you're going to buy and hold branch, because at the end of the year, you're going to get 12 tokens. Not all of them might slot. If half of them you bought brand.
We're losing you a little bit there.
No. Can you hear me right now?
It's a little robotic, but I think I got what you're saying. That's one of the cool things. We really pride ourselves on DBT on that, being able to share projects with our community. But one of the cool side effects that we really didn't expect were the projects working with other projects. We have seen a couple collaborations between project contestants, so that would be really cool to see if a branch and Anonydoxx linked up for your service. That'd be cool.
Yeah, and I mean, we were even talking, and I'm not trying to get to that podcast. So it would be cool to do some little flip-flops. First round of eliminations, one listing goes over and gets to keep going and stuff like that. I know you guys are all about doing fun, weird shit, so let's get creative.
Yep. Oh, for sure. Make sure you check out the FUD room if you want to see some weird shit.
I'm so there. Like, you have no idea. I had somebody, I don't want to get off topic, but we had somebody like just kind of going rampant the other day. They just must have had like too much coffee, and I'm guessing like their significant other was maybe yelling at them. I don't know, but they were just like going off, and I was just like so politely just kind of like shut them down, and everyone was like, well said, Dan. And I was like, I wish we had a FUD room so I could just send this guy to just be like, I don't want to deal with it. Just go talk whatever shit you want. Go. Just go.
Yeah, exactly. It's fun part of DBT for sure.
Yeah, we tell every project if you've got FUDers, we accept them all. They don't even have to hate DBT. They just come in.
No, that's great. That's great. And I mean, like, it's just this has got to be fun. Like you have to make this fun. Like, because I mean, to be honest, most people that are trading are losing money. So if it's not fun, they're just gonna stop altogether. Like not everybody in this space is doing well. It's a very large misconception. So you got to keep it fun because people are definitely not always doing great, and you guys definitely keep it fun. So.
Oh, you have to in these bear markets, you know. We'd go crazy if we didn't have fun. Well,
So,
Tom,
yeah,
Disco, you have any
what
more
other-
questions? Yeah.
No, I'm good. It's. Oh, we're losing Tom too.
It's something in the air. It's not just me.
Yeah.
Right. I blame
I'm
Russia.
here. I'm here.
Ooh.
There he is.
Disco, I was just seeing if you were in the background having any questions here for. I introduced you earlier. I called you
I'm going to cut you off, Tom, because you keep cutting out. No, I don't. It's really good to, see, it's not quite what we do here at DBT, but it is so great to see, another project, basically trying to unite crypto.
Yeah.
So
That's the other thing too. So we're like, we wanted to angle ourselves in a position where we weren't stepping on many toes. Like we didn't want to be another launch pad. We wanted to kind of come. We're like a hype pad is kind of how we call it, because we're after the launch phase. Sorry, it's super bright. I live like right by the water. It's we come in at the phase like after launch pad. So we're not really like, our goal is to reach out to every launch pad and say, hey, like who are your top projects that have been on your launch pad? Send them to us for post launch pad listing. It's our goal is to be really copacetic with everybody in the space, because there's no one really, like what you guys are doing, there's no one really in our way. Like we're literally just helping out. We're really not doing anything other than that. So
no,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yep. That's why we let other projects come into our Telegram, talk about their project when they're in the competition. Some you get banned instantly if you even mention another token. And
if you say
it's a toxic
the bots,
environment.
The bots just like kick you out when you say like MARK.
Yeah.
You're out.
Gone.
Partnership gone. Yeah, I know the feeling. Jamie knows that feeling well, because I often tell Jamie, hey, go out and find projects to listen to. Hey, go out and find people to talk to these launchpads or talk to these call channels and see if they want to, anybody that pays for their premium call service, they can get, fast tracked to getting listed on branch. And it's like the moment you say like, who here is a mod or a dev, it's like blocked.
Yep.
Like the moment you inquire about anything, you must be a scammer, so they just cut you. It's like, what?
Yep.
Either
The
that-
good old Telegram jail days.
Yep, Telegram jail.
Yep.
Sucks,
Jamie,
man.
are you in the woods or is that a background?
Huh?
Is that are you actually in the woods right now?
Yeah, man. So I'm at my house. So I got creek in the woods, so
I forgot.
Nice.
I forget.
I live in the country.
Yeah, out in the sticks. That's cool.
I thought he just had like a branch environment backdrop going on. I was like, that's really awesome.
Yeah.
It's very fitting.
So come on, guys. What other questions you got for me?
That's hard. I know we had talked a few times before, and I was asking, how do you guys handle your airdrops to your community members?
So this is great. So because we're migrating, I think we were just talking about this. We were using Brew Labs as our staking and farming platform, and we were using their airdrop tool that they have. But I just spoke to the devs, and it's like, I think you even said it's like 5 lines of code. So when we migrate to CRO, since there's a couple things that are going to have to be changed, like routers and stuff anyway, we're going to go ahead and add that airdrop in there. Thanks to you.
Awesome.
Exactly. That's what I was getting at. I didn't want to brag or anything.
Man. No, credit where credit's due, my man. Hell yeah.
It's cool.
No,
I
it
love
is.
to see
But
that collaboration. That's what this is all about. A collaboration among
exactly.
projects, among investors. We're all learning here. It's great.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing we all have to admit. Like the space is too new for anybody to like claim mastership or expertise. Like I'm learning every day, and I'm people tell me like, dude, you know so much about crypto, like you're a crypto genius. I'm like, bro, I don't know shit. I don't know anything. What do you mean? I don't know. I still get rugged. Like, I don't know anything about crypto. What are you talking? No one does.
We've
No
all
one
been there.
does.
Yeah. I mean, I've been in crypto, almost 8.5 years now. And I still refer to myself as the dumb construction worker from Pittsburgh who just got lucky. So, no, it's great. I wish you guys the best of luck, in round one, and we'll save some more of the good, juicier questions if you guys make it to the finals.
It's funny. I do want to say something though, because you were asking like, what are we going to do to undercut and this and that? And I think actually, I don't know, maybe we're going to give away too much secrets here, but I think we're going to take a different strategy because of our position. Instead of undercutting people, like we may just team up, lobby ourselves to the top.
There you go.
Why
We've
not?
seen it before.
And
Yep, works well.
I don't know if anybody's into boats, but holy shit, this guy's got a nasty boat. Sorry. One of my neighbors just got something new. Look at this thing. Whew.
Oh, geez.
Jesus.
Wow. Need a few motors there.
5. He's not.
All right,
smuggling
Diamond
drugs or
Hands Dan
anything.
and Jamie from Branch. Thank you so much for talking about your project. And we're going to bring you off stage now. And everyone that's watching, make sure you head over to Branch's Telegram and
Yeah, we're going to be focusing on Discord. We're going to be focusing on Discord. Telegram's going to mostly be for news and announcements and stuff, but definitely hit up both of them. We've got active contests all the time, especially since we're in a little bit of a lull right now while we migrate. So we're going to do everything to keep the fun up. So come say what's up.
Awesome.
All right, head over to
Sounds good.
branchenvironment.com, everybody.
Take care.
Thanks, guys. Well, Wes, you had spoken a lot about partnerships on that and how all of this works here. And before we move on to our good friend, Peter, I wanted to expand a little bit about partnerships and bring up one of our key partners, project I'm part of. Not so much lately because I've been on vacation, but bring up Jason and Melanie from DYOR and give them a minute or two to say hi and say what's going on. What's going on, you guys?
Man, what isn't going on? We are busy all the time, and we are heavy in the development of our utility, and we are here to bring a little bit of that utility to DBT. So we're here for the support and to say, hey, what are you guys looking for in these projects? And just to say, keep your eyes open. How do they play the game? What about their projects? Do we like them? Do we don't? That kind of thing. So we love it. But yeah, there's a lot going on with us with the project. Constantly under development.
I actually had to kind of tap Jason on the shoulder and say, hey, are you going to be part of the Flash AMA? Because he was in a meeting with one of our devs that's in Europe. And, those time changes cause a little bit of fun. We'll say fun.
Yeah. Even a 1 hour one messed up the start of this one today. So.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
It happens.
But it's good. Yeah, a lot is going on. So we're super excited about the direction of the DYOR project. And also with our sister project with DBT and now the Disco FUD token and how all of that plays together to enhance the entire ecosystem and our partnership. So we're super excited, loving it. So
staking is coming soon.
Staking as well. Yep, staking is coming.
I did have a question. With the birth of the Disco FUD token, does that make you guys anti-DYOR?
I guess so. I guess so.
Either
either that or we're like grandparents. I don't know how that would work.
It's the multiverse.
That's right.
Token.
It's just.
I was thinking maybe I become the mean stepmom who's like,
that's
the guys, that's not okay.
Yeah. That's fair enough. Yeah. No. So that FUD token that's really brought a lot of fun to the competition as well.
Yeah.
Well, for everyone that's listening either live or on the replay, DYOR wants to help spread the word on education with all of the other projects here. And please inquire to Jason and Melanie on how your project can be aided by our education efforts. And if our project can help out in your Telegram or your Discord or help educate the new people that have come to crypto but found you and are still confused about it, we have a lot of great videos about things. We have education sessions coming out And if you head over to DYOR's Telegram and our website, DYORpro.com, you will learn what's coming up, especially on our blog,
Yes.
and all the good things that we post over there. And we're setting that up, and I pitched this at this moment because of the fact that Jason says, let's help other projects out. And the DBT Buy and Burn event is a multi-project event. So if you can take advantage of our services, please do so.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Exactly. Thank you.
All right. Now, we can't go any further. Can't go a Sunday without talking to Peter from Ottawa, Canada. And whale exploder, seal exploder, shrimp exploder, something else, crawdadic. I don't even know what is in the
Tuna
ecosystem
exploder.
anymore now.
Well,
How you doing, Peter?
Good.
I am most excited to hear, Peter, about these new Wexy whales.
Yeah, so we'll say you'll see on the website we have a statement. We're simplifying the ecosystem back to just whale exploder, smart DeFi Wex, and then the Wexy whales. So we're in the process of basically compensating the people who are in that other token before we totally shut them down. But yeah, the Wexy whales, it's 100 Matic mint. 10% is going to be donated to Save the Whales. 42% of mint proceeds and royalties go to buying Wex and distributing it to the NFT holders. So kind of as you buy a whale and hold it, it's self-staking, so you don't have to pay a whole bunch of fees to put it away, and it stays in your wallet, and basically hold it and you get Wex automatically. Well, semi-automatically every 100 mints, or when that pool has got up to 10,000. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. Just launched at the end of the week for the Wexy whales.
That's awesome. And you prefer the Polygon network just because the fees are so much lower than?
Yeah, it just didn't make sense from just with our kind of mission to raise funds for whale conservation and kind of the environment general to go on Ethereum. So it does, what's cool about it does actually make it a bit easier to sell them, because it's fairly easy to accept payment in other cryptocurrencies and then convert it to Matic. So you don't see that as much on Ethereum projects, just because ETH costs so much for gas. So we're able to do some stuff like that. There's another project we're working with, Toastpunk. So we'll be in their metaverse when it launches, I think at the end of the year. But basically during one of their mints, they gave us a 2-for-1 deal if people held Wex. So now we're doing the same thing with our whales. So if you hold a certain number of their NFTs, you get basically one free Wexy whale for each one you buy. So
cool.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. And then just so if you haven't, for anyone that's new, Whale Exploder, it's been around since June 19th of last year. It's 15% tokenomics, so 5% goes to auto liquidity, 5% goes to reflections to holders, and 5% gets sent to a wallet, which basically every 2 weeks a portion gets burned and a portion gets donated to Save the Whales. Since we launched, the ecosystem as a whole has donated just over 5,000 USD, and the Whale Exploder has donated just over 4,000. Yeah, that's pretty much it and what's going on.
That's awesome.
Cool. So I know I want to dive into this. I know you kind of glossed over it in the beginning. So you're getting rid of Slex and CDEX and Crex and CryptoFights and all that?
Yeah, so it's basically the original reason we had made those was to kind of as a solution to Wex initially having 42% tokenomics. So it was kind of like a alternative to getting hit by those fees while still not totally tanking the price. But then, yeah, when we at the end of the last year, we had a community vote on it and lowered WEX down to the 15% tokenomics that it currently is. And since then, it's been kind of trying to develop the 6 as their own unique identities. It's been too difficult to try to pull off. So
I think it's great. I honestly, just to focus on, your main projects here,
Yeah.
Whale Exploder and the NFTs, it definitely will help bring it all together.
I know the feeling too. I mean, ever since, even just launching the FUD token, managing one token is so much work, let alone, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tokens.
yeah,
So I can definitely see it.
well, and that's the thing. Like when we were getting close to launching the Wexy Whales, I knew they could be bringing in a lot more like capital into the project, but still didn't it wouldn't completely solve the. It's still a ton more work to try to develop the 6. So it's just like, okay, let's migrate away from this before we start getting too big.
Right.
Focus on the 3. So
exactly. That's awesome.
It's a good consolidation.
Yeah.
No, I'm reading over the message here. So tell us about the process. So if someone does own some, Seal Exploder or some, of these other tokens, what happens? What are your plans?
Yeah, so the people who hold on Trust Wallet, they can basically swap, I've turned off tokenomics on them, so they can just sell or swap on the tide pools until to basically get out at the best price. Or there's some in like a Telegram or Discord bot called Rocketbot, and for that I've been doing trade-ins for that, and then I'll also be offering, kind of as we close down some of the NFTs, I might be offering like a trade-in for tokens on Trust Wallet too, just kind of trying to close out what we're doing. So like the Seal Exploder NFTs, I'm going to be doing some sort of conversion to Wexy Whales. It doesn't quite work at 1-to-1, so I just need to figure out what that ratio is. And then so you'll either get like a Wexy Whale airdrop to your wallet, or just straight up Wex to kind of make up for it. So yeah, it should take away a lot of the manual airdrops I'm doing and kind of consolidate into one thing, so you can focus on more the building of the brand. So
that's awesome. Any shenanigans planned for this month from Wex?
Not yet. We'll see. I mean, we got some. Rebel was kind enough to get their votes in early, so we have enough fair amount saved. But yeah, we're looking forward to this season. It definitely opened to collaborations. I think they'll look into branch, see what's up with that contest.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we just had Ali ask the same question on the YouTube comments. What will Whale Exploder implement a new strategy this season?
Yeah, well, we have to keep you guessing.
Oh, you keep me guessing. I have to do so much work whenever it comes down to ending voting with you guys.
Yeah. Do we vote at the last minute? Do we not vote at the last minute? You never know.
Yep. And if Anonydoxx or Branch are still here, Peter has really mastered the ability to harvest and collect Disco Vote tokens. He's definitely a Disco Vote whale. And what he does is he offers the community things like NFTs or giveaways, with his token, and say, hey, you'll get an NFT if you send me 5 DVT, and then he gets 5 vote tokens for one of the NFTs he minted. It's a really cool strategy. Community loves it. They get these NFTs and these fun things, and he gets to pile up the DVTs.
Yeah. So before the end of the last week, I did have a deal on where you could trade in 20 DVT for a Wexy Whale. So I'm gonna extend that for them a couple more days. So until until the voting this weekend. So I'll have the same deal.
Cool. So yeah, DVT holders, if you got 20 DVT, get yourself a Wexy Whale.
Yeah,
NFT.
or if you don't, stock up on wallets.
Yep. Now's the time. So just a reminder, you get your DBT ready. The airdrop is Wednesday. We take the snapshot at 8 p.m. So you need to have your DBT ready before the snapshot at 8 p.m. on Wednesday. We take the snapshot, and that's when we airdrop the tokens. So just a reminder.
Yes. And then, also going into other news, we are looking to launch staking tomorrow night at the Huddle at 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you are choosing to stake, remember to at least keep $5 in your wallet.
Yep. If you don't keep the $5 in the wallet, you won't get the DBT.
Exactly. Other exciting news, the FUD token has a tax promotion going on right now until Wednesday, where I have reduced the buy tax from 24% down to 16%. So you can get in for 16, you can get out and transfer for 0 tax, and cheat along the way, whatever you want to do.
Yep. And how the
Place
FUD
where
token
cheating's
works?
encouraged.
Yep. For every wallet holding $3 of DFT or Disco FUD token, and you get a half down vote. And those down votes can be used as negative votes for the other competitors. It's really interesting, to see these projects finish with negative votes because of the FUD token. Adds a whole new dynamic to the competition.
Right. Well, not only that, we saw WEX beat out HedgePay in week 3 of the All-Stars strictly because of those downvotes.
Yep.
So it's a great dynamic. The FUD token itself is a degen play. It's a real crypto with the actual use case for the competition disguised as a shit coin, to where we can attract all these people that'll put thousands of dollars in these coins that rug. So trying to make it fun, safe. It's all 100% satire in that room.
Yeah, if you're not in the FUD room, make sure you join the FUD room. It's all, don't take anything said in there seriously.
Jamie, I've brought you back. Jonah, I'm going to bring you back too. If you're listening, turn your camera on. But for all the contestants that are on, I'm bringing you back on so we can have a wrap it up, and Wes and Disco can wrap up the afternoon here.
Sure.
Absolutely. So, guys, the way the competition works is you don't have to win week 1. You just have to survive. 2 out of the 3 of you will go on to the finals. Now, if you make it into the finals, you are guaranteed at a minimum to get a burn of 5% of our burn party wallet.
It's exciting.
Good.
And that's currently about, what was it, 2 billion BNM?
Quadrillion.
Yeah. Mega burn. Satoshi came out of hiding. He wants us to burn Bitcoin if you look at our website. 2.8 quadrillion.
The burn party yesterday.
Yeah, I think it's actually just showing decimals.
Exactly. Yeah.
Fun times.
Yeah, so staking tomorrow, everybody. That's really exciting. I know the community's ready for that. Get your DBT tokens together in your wallets for the airdrop on Wednesday, and make sure you check out these 3 projects: Anonydoxx, Branch Environment, and Whale Exploder.
Absolutely. Well, guys, thank you guys all for being here, and we will see you guys the night of the airdrop, and good luck to everybody in voting.
Have fun, everybody.
Awesome. Can't wait. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Good luck, everybody.
Have a
and
good
thanks
one,
for
everybody.
participating. For all of you to come back and pay attention to DBT and pay attention to upcoming Space Lounge AMAs, and also head on over to DYOR to see the great blog out and the new utilities coming out with Jason. So with that, good afternoon, everybody. I'm striking, and that's all for today.